Yes.
Hi, I'd like you to join me and be a wedding guest today.
Oh, how nice. I love weddings. Come on in.
Subscribe to Karana UTV.
Okay, so Kome, my girlfriend, called me on phone and asked me what was I planning for my birthday. And yes, my birthday was on the 22nd of October 2020. And she was very concerned. She wanted to know what I was planning to do. And I told her that, man, I have no plans. And this has been my attitude for like 4 years now, or thereabout. The last time I had a real celebration was like in 2015, if I'm not mistaken, where on my own I decided to do my birthday, call friends, and we celebrated. But every other birthday that has been going on, it's actually friends that have to pull it off for me. So Kome was that one friend that called to know what I was planning to do. And she asked me what was I planning. I was like, man, no plans, oh, nothing. Like, you see the way the country is. The birthday was around that period where the Lekki toll gate thing happened. The Lekki toll gate stuff happened on the 20th, and my birthday was on the 22nd. So everybody was still in a mourning state. I'm not sure anybody who had the mind to come out for us to do any hangout, and everybody was so concerned about their security. So me, I just took it in my head that, man, there's nothing to celebrate but just be grateful for life. So what I actually did that day was that I took myself to the gym, went to the gym, decided to shoot a video. Yeah.
Allow me to introduce myself to you. My name is Uyi Karenade.
That's the video. And I just did what I'm passionate about, because one of the things that makes me happy is when I do things I'm passionate about. So I just went there, shot the video, came back to the house and edited the video and later uploaded it. Now back to Kome's conversation. So Kome was still asking, okay, since I was not planning anything for the birthday, she was like, hey, by the way, Karen, my boss is going to have a wedding and I would like you to join me. I came with that my excuse attitude, like, are you sure I'll go for this birthday? Now. And she was like, no, Karina, no excuse. You have to come out for this wedding. Sorry, wedding. I think I said birthday. You have to come out for this wedding because this wedding is going to be one of its kind. There's going to be a lot of people that will be there. It's her boss that's doing the wedding, so I have to come out. So I was now of the opinion that what am I going to wear, because I don't have any special outfits, because throughout this year I've not done any major shopping because of the whole COVID-19 and everything. And she was like, how about that dress that Amarachi designed for you? That's Val's Specials. By the way, Amarachi is also our friend, and she has also been telling us that we should try as much as possible to hang out and have time together as young ladies. Now we should always have time to ourselves. Wear Val's Specials outfit. And I was like, I wore that outfit for a particular wedding and I don't think I can wear it. She was like, no, now that outfit is very fine. And then I now remember that I, on my own parts, I did a video where I talked about repeating our dresses.
If you repeat your clothes once, you'll have
That's the
swag.
video. So I was like, okay, fine. And I'll put it in my head that yes, I can wear this dress. After all, I didn't even show myself when I was wearing this dress. I just went for the wedding I actually went for. I didn't even stay for the reception, and even the church mass. I was hanging around because I was helping the bride to put things together. So I didn't even stay for the mass. So I was like, this is an opportunity. Since Kome said there's going to be a lot of interesting things that happen, this is an opportunity for me to show myself and sell Amarachi's dress for her. That's Val Specials. So I agreed, and then I took this wedding too personal. Now, one thing in Nigeria is that whenever you're invited for a wedding, it now looks like it's your own wedding because you have to dress and look the part. And by the way, Kome said that this wedding is going to be an exceptional one and that people are going to come. So in my head, I did not want to fold my hands. I really had to stand that. And that has been my nature. Whenever they invite me for something, I just want to step out and look at standing. So here was the process for this particular wedding that was not my wedding. Like as I said, in Nigeria, we take wedding too personal. We go as far as wanting to work on our hair, our makeup, nail, clothes, skin. Like we take it too personal. And not even that, the couples will now tell you that you have to buy a shrebi. So it now looks like you're contributing to their wedding. Meanwhile, it's a celebration. But this particular wedding, we had no business in that. but we still wanted to look good. So this was what I did. Everything about me actually looked practically messed up, so I had to change my look. I started by doing my nails, yeah, because I just wanted to be, showing them my nails. Like, I wanted to be doing my hands like this for them all the time, like all the time. After doing my nails, this happened on a different day, and actually the wedding was actually postponed due to the fact that there was crisis, so the wedding was postponed. So I've already done my nails. It was just my hair and my eyebrows and makeup and other things that I'll do on the day that I was going for the wedding. So after doing my nails, Kome said the wedding has been postponed, so I now chilled off. So I had to go and relax my hair. I relaxed my hair because my hair was so due. After relaxing the hair, a few days later, I contacted Touch of Venice Makeovers and she did my eyebrow. Yeah, you can see it. This was on a different day. Then I also called her to ask her if I could do my hair. She actually does hair too. That's another multi-talented babe. She does everything. So we agreed and I had to studio and she did my hair for me. She was even supposed to travel that day. Okay, she traveled that day, but she traveled late because of my hair. After doing the hair, I asked call to confirm from Kome if this wedding is still going to happen, because I was also calculating my cost. I've already spent money from doing my hair, nails and everything, so I wanted to be sure. I was even thinking of going to get a new dress, but thanks to Kome for convincing me about Val Special's outfit. So I got prepared. So on that day of the wedding, I think a day to the wedding, I said I called Kome. So on that day of the wedding, I did skincare. After doing the skincare, I went to shower and I was about to sit down and do the makeup of life, because actually I could do my makeup by myself thanks to Touch of Venice Makeovers. She taught me how to do my makeup, and I decided to learn how to do my makeup because sometimes when I want to go for events, I'm not so much of a time person. I don't go to places on time. Before I'll get ready and start going to Touch of Venice studio to do my makeup, I'll end up going late. From there I have to wear my dress from there. I don't like anything that will stress me. So I decided to learn and it really helped me. I was about to do my makeup in the house, then Kome now called me and told me that there's a free ride that one of our colleagues that stays around our area will be driving, and she'll be driving to the wedding, that I could come. I was like, babe, I've not even done my makeup, because she has already told me that there'll be fresh people there, there'll be hot guys, there'll be fresh babes, so I don't want to fall my hands. I was about to sit down and do a perfect makeup, and she said no. And then I calculated costs. She was of the opinion that I should get all my makeup items and I would do my makeup in the car. So me sef, I didn't want to start stressing myself for us to get Bolt or Uber, all those things. I was like, free ride. What even came to my head was saving costs. That was what came to my head. So I just wore my dress, packed all my makeup, and I started running. I went. They were even mad at me because I kind of wasted their time due to some small traffic. I even had to come down and trek to meet up with them, and they were pissed. I had to apologize. After hailing the ladies, I did my makeup. I felt like a pro because the car was shaking. You know, some of the roads in Port Harcourt, or should I even say Nigeria, the roads are not good. I still did a perfect eyebrow. Like, I was feeling myself. After doing this makeup, I did the blending, the eyeshadow. I just did makeup, and the girls, they saw the makeup, were like, yeah, it's nice. We now got to the venue. Before we even got to this wedding, the description was kind of difficult. We were asking questions, we're turning until we finally got to the venue. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how I'm going to say this thing, but by the time we got there, the wedding was over. The wedding was over. I don't understand. How did this wedding end by 2 o'clock? Is it that there was no reception or something? Because the time given was 12 o'clock. And we just give ourselves time. My friend came out 12:30. I met them up by 1 o'clock. You get. So we spent time. If we had knew the place, if we knew the place very well, I'm not sure we would have spent so much time on the road. But my day, when we got there, wedding don't finish. This wedding, in fact, I was speechless. I was like, I don't understand. So this is what I and Kome decided to do to console ourselves that this wedding was over. We had to do Snapchats, we had to take pictures, we had to do video just to console ourselves. Accept the fact that we didn't come for wedding, we just came to tell ourselves. My fresh makeup. That this wedding was totally over. By the way, this wedding was done on Sunday, and this is a day that people go to church. I myself, I didn't go for mass that day. I was like, the mass is going to take too much of time, and I wanted to be relaxed because I already had a job before that day. I wanted to be relaxed, take a good shower, do my makeup very well, and come for the wedding. Then I go for evening mass. That was how I just timetabled myself. Man, even when we were there for some time, while people were just there talking, people were still coming for this wedding day, and they were shocked to see that the wedding was over. Well, moral lessons, there are lessons to be learned from this wedding. So the girls, we just decided to leave. We had to just go back. At least we now told ourselves that Kome, actually, because I was invited, I don't have any relationship with the people there. We now told ourselves, at least we came for the wedding, or they came for the wedding. So that's why people had to be in strategic places taking pictures, just to show that they were there. We went back. I didn't even want to, me myself, I didn't want to go home because I've already made up my mind that day that I was going to hang out. I was going to chill off.
Hey, Charlie, I'm a bad boy, but you know the love I go give now the mad one.
Because Kome has convinced me that I just need to hang out. In order for the whole day not to end like that, we decided to go to a friend of ours. We went to visit a friend, Geraldine. Geraldine is actually my friend from way back. We used to be roommates when I was doing my certificate program in Uniport. So that one was not even expecting to see us. She was even shocked because the way we took adult life so serious that we don't even call ourselves to like see each other and listen to each other, you know, have conversations, talk about plans and all that, because it's during conversations that we're able to advise each other and give ourselves, inspire each other. So me, I even find that very useful. So I had to convince Kome. Since she convinced me to come for her wedding, her boss's wedding, I had to convince her, let's go and visit Geraldine. We now decided to go and visit Geraldine. Had some chit chat. This woman being has not changed. You still write down things. Even to buy pepper, you used to write it. That time in Uniport, you want to go and buy something, you just carry your paper. And then we left. The moral lesson of this story is that, you know, when it comes to weddings in Nigeria, everybody has a problem. Like in the Nigerian setting, weddings are being done like when you do the introduction, according to what my mom said back then. When you do the introduction, the next thing you go for is the traditional. Then after the traditional, you can go for courts and probably blessing, Thanksgiving. But we added our own. We started making our weddings look so Western and serious. We go as far as having the introduction. From the introduction, we go for traditional. From the traditional, we go for bridal shower. From the bridal shower, we now go to the white wedding. Then maybe we can go for honeymoon vacation and all that. Like weddings became so serious, and then they now went as far as you have to buy your ashwebi. Everybody has to be in uniform just to make everything colorful. And you know, since social media now came up, I think it became so serious because people now want to make it so colorful for the gram so that people will like it and all. But that's, I don't want to start criticizing on that aspect. Everybody has their way of doing their own things. But what really makes me angry is when you spend money to pay for ashwebi, you spend so much money for a wedding that is not your wedding, and at the end of the day, or let me say after some years or maybe even months, let me not even say months, except I'm a wicked person, you hear that the couple, they are no longer together. In fact, I now see most weddings in Nigeria as being a contract wedding, because when they get married, you now hear that the wedding is no more. I don't know whether they feel comfortable. I don't know whether they think of the I don't know whether they think, they plan, they ask themselves whether are you really ready for a wedding. I'm not going to criticize this couple that went for their wedding, because our own parts too. I've talked about the problems that the couples they have. We as invited guests, we have our issue. Most of us, when they invite us for wedding, we do not come for the church service or the church mass. Everybody's just bent on dressing for the reception. Many people do not put going to church. I mean, I don't know why we do, especially most of us that are still single, most of us that have not gotten married. I don't know why we don't make it a point to be at the church service or the mass, so that we can hear what the pastor or what the priest is saying, and we can, learn something from it, so that we can also have an idea of what it is, educate our mind. Because what is in our head is how we are going to look good, how we are going to probably spray money, how we are going to dance. In fact, what is actually in our head when we go for most of these weddings is basically the entertainment. It's not a crime to be entertained, but sometimes it's good for you to witness when the bride will say I do, when they will exchange their vows. Those moments are actually very memorable. So at the end of the day, my mom was even saying that it's good for you people. People don't like going for church mass, people don't like going for church service. I like the way this couple went, because most of us were not happy that we missed out on everything. But then when she said that, I now found out that she has a point. Most of us don't even dress for church mass or church service, just dress for the wedding, because we just want to eat jollof rice, want to eat rice, want to eat cake, and want to collect souvenir, and that's it. We don't have that spirit of going to learn and be there when they're saying all the vows. So these are two things that we as a guest and couples are actually doing. But one thing I enjoy about wedding is simplicity. Make your wedding as simple as possible. I used to tell myself that if I want to get married, my wedding will be so simple. I'm not going to stress people. I want them to come there and celebrate and enjoy themselves. I will not put so much stress on people. Even if I want to put stress, it should be my family members that will help me to set up the wedding and all that. I hope this thing I will say will not be something that will affect me tomorrow, but this is my own opinion on how I'll make my wedding. It's very simple. I don't think I want to stress people with anything. Just do you like where. And in fact, the COVID-19 actually made a lot of couples to see that weddings can be done in a very simple way. That's one thing I noticed, because right now this couple, they just did their wedding sharp. They don't want to spend too much money, because the more the more time you spend planning a wedding, the more money you spend. And while you're even planning for your wedding, sometimes there are things that might not go well to now make you to spend more than your budget. So the COVID-19 actually made people to understand that weddings can be done in a simple way. Some people do their wedding via Zoom. Some people just make sure it's 50%. Some people start their wedding on time, finish it on time, just like the one we went for. They just make it as simple as possible, because at the end of the day, it's not even about the wedding. It's about the marriage itself. You're definitely going to be spending the rest of your life with that particular person. So are you ready? Are you prepared? Is your mind set for it? So what I'm trying to advise is that don't channel your energy just for one particular day. Rather, yes, try to make it memorable, but also think of the marriage itself, what you're going to do in your marriage, how your marriage will be an inspiration to other people. Correct now, a lot of you are saying, I'm not sure I'm going to get married, or this one, that when this one get married now, tomorrow they will separate. There are so many assumptions about marriages, and I feel the assumptions of marriages are more of the negative than the positive. So do whatever thing you can do to make sure that your wedding is more of the positive and people will learn something from you. Anyway, guys, for my own wedding, I just want it to be simple and I don't want plenty drama. So if the future husband is watching, just have this in mind. Simplicity is actually the best. So thank you. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, I beg you in the name of God, try and just subscribe. I'm just here to tell my stories and inspire you.